Well, today is the walking food tour. This should be pretty rad and fun and easy for you guys. You can do it in English or Spanish.
Everybody knows that all over South America, every country makes empanadas, right? However, you gotta know that in Colombia, we make them a little bit different because the outer shell is corn, it's not wheat. And in Colombia, we deep fry them, we don't bake them. A little bit more crunchy, a little bit more delicious. What do you find on the inside? You're gonna find a mix of chicken or beef or both. The one that has both is empanada mixta, right? With a mix of rice, potatoes, and egg. Now, for a little bit of history, my friends, where do empanadas come from? No?
Argentina.
Argentina? They would like to say that, but don't believe them. No, we wish. Guys, believe it or not, empanadas were originally invented in the Middle East.
Ah, the Moors brought it.
Exactly. By the 600 AD, with the Islamic expansion in Europe, this food crosses borders into Spain. And by the 1500s, when the Spanish conquistadors come here, they brought it with them. Finally, guys, how do we like to eat the empanadas? As Colombians, for us, we like to mix them with a lot of flavors. That's why you see a whole array of sauces or toppings. These toppings go from the least spicy in the back to the hottest one right here, right?
Ooh.
So please do not start
Ahi.
work your way through. Right? And guys, every empanada is going to be 3,500. You pay first, and then right there in the corner you see the cups, the little cups. Grab your cups, choose your toppings, as many as you like. You go to town, right?
Oh, and I listened. So rather than going to the mild side, I started the hot side. Because all you guys know I love spicy food. Just be cautious at first. Let's see. First one. That's kind of spicy. It would start the spicy, and then we'll try one that I'm certain is more spicy just looking at the ingredients in the salsa.
I want to try the hottest sauce. That
Yeah.
Why it was like maybe a little bit more.
You can smell this stuff. I noticed
Probably
next one.
habanero.
Yeah,
This one, that looks
I could smell it as soon as I looked at it.
that looks like danger. That looks like later on you might be sitting down a little bit.
I live very close to where the ghost peppers and the hottest peppers in the world come from.
So
You use them consciously. Oh, let's see. I just put a little bit. I do believe this is a habanero.
But luckily, we can say there's be a lot of food otherwise.
Yeah,
you know,
it's habanero and it tastes really good. But the empanada has a lot of cornmeal inside of it. Share a piece of chicken garlic breast if you want, and that helps with the take the heat out too.
I know they got different stuff on the menu, so
well, I think it was in like Malaysia. I think they put in rice instead.
For the next tasting, we are going to go to the Caribbean coast of Colombia. Something that was invented during the time of the colony, mid 1700s, which is called Buñuelo. Guys, and my friends, Buñuelo is basically a ball of dough made from corn flour and cheese, deep fried. Right? Now, the original Buñuelo that was invented during the time of the colony was very small, bite size. However, with the times, they became bigger, so you stuff them with sweets. Those are the ones that we are going to have.
Nice.
All right. The options for the sweets: 4. First, mora. Mora is blackberry jam. Next, chocolate. Right. Next, bocadillo. Guys, do you know the fruit called guava? It's a pear apple-like tropical fruit. That is bocadillo. It's guava jam. Right. And finally, arequipe. You may know it as dulce de leche. Right. Caramel, very thick caramel. Yes, yes. Right. Now, the the price is 3,200. We pay first, and then you choose your toppings.
Chocolate, por favor.
All of them are made with cheese. The doughs aged.
The dough does have cheese in it, which is naughty for me. Was I guess chocolate is too. Just don't tell my doctor. Oops, she watches my YouTube channel, so I guess you'll find out. Gracias. Ooh, I got it on my nose now. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, I still got chocolate on my nose. I'm still, yeah, no. Hey, that's why I'm a guy. Hey, boy, this ought to be nice to balance out the really spicy ahi I had at the last stop. Oh yeah, very good. You see, it's filled a hole in it. Very tasty.
Because here you find all the powers of Colombian state. That over there is our Congress. Behind our Congress is the presidential palace. Towards the west is the city hall of Bogota. Towards the east, the Catholic Church, of course, one of the powers of Colombian state. Mention that. And finally, towards the north, the Palace of Justice. Right, guys? It's going to be the most beloved snack of Bogotan people, which is corn in a cup. Right? However, it's not just any type of corn. Look at the size of those kernels.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. You know why this is? Because, guys, this is the original corn. It has not been modified over the years. Right, guys? One of the best ways of having it is on charcoal. And you gotta know that corn is one of the most important ingredients in Colombian cuisine. I can easily say that every dish in Colombia comes with a piece of corn or a corn byproduct. Right, guys? You can have a small for 5,000, a medium for 7, or a big one for 10. Right, guys? And after you get your corn, we hop right over there to that cart, and we are going to have an amazing drink, which is sugarcane lemonade. All right, guys? We got a lot of fun.
Unos pequeños? Okay. I like protein. Oh, man. I know how to do it. The West doesn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Glad you got to see it.
Oh, man, yeah.
I like
I'm sure you don't know this, but Wednesday, it's one of the
Ooh, some real corn on the cob now.
I'm not for free. I'll bring that down. I'll go with
Gracias. Yeah. Well, I am accustomed to the large kernels from my time in Ecuador. See how it tastes.
We were friends through that.
Buttery taste in Ecuador. Oh yeah. I'm not supposed to have dairy, but hey,
We sell it
you can splurge every once in a while, I suppose.
Yeah, so let's make let's go to Colombia, let's go to different places. Say more.
Really good. Not super sweet, but very tasty, and it does have some sweetness. Really nice dish, charcoal, real. But they take the husk off, unlike hillbillies when we charcoal ours. Well, I dropped my corn, but the pigeons are very happy now. And now I'm going to have some sugarcane lemonade, which hopefully I'll be less messy with. Oh, thank you, senor. He gave me another one. Let me try to behave with this one. We'll see how it goes. Oh, yeah. Squeezing out the sugar and the sugar cane. But they're not going to make sugar shine out of it. They're making lemonade. It's real sweet. But it's going to squeeze limes.
We are going to have a signature dish of Bogota, which is a soup that we call Ajiaco. Right, guys? Ajiaco, my friends, is a potato based on 3 different types of potatoes with chicken, herbs, and spices. And it comes with rice, avocado, corn, grain, capers. It is really, really good. The next thing that you should know is that the normal size of Ajiaco is usually big. All right? However, today for the tour, we are going to have a small version.
Oh yeah, it's a small one that I had for breakfast the other day, but it looks really good. And of course, there's East corn cob in there. Oh look, it was terrible. I couldn't even hardly eat it. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, right. It was awesome. I ate everything.
Oh, here, our next tasting, we are going to travel to the east side of Colombia, a region that we call Meta, because from Meta comes the best Colombian barbecue, right? We're having two cuts of meat. The first meat is going to be veal, a very young cow, but cooked in the traditional Colombian manner. And the second meat is a little bit more exotic. It's called Chigüiro. Chigüiro, my friends, is an animal that grows in the jungles of Colombia, Venezuela, and Brazil, right? In Brazil, they call it Capibara.
Ah.
Very delicious.
But very tasty.
I'll show you in a second.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's a cutest quick creature that one.
Young cow and a big tasty rodent.
And guys, just so you know, the meat of Chigüiro is white. White meat that a lot of people confuse with chicken or pork. And it's really tasty. All right? And also here, we are going to kill two stops with one rock because we are going to have the barbecue and we're also going to have arepa.
Ah.
Exactly. Just so you know, my friends, arepa is probably the most traditional thing we eat in Colombia. In Colombia, we eat arepas for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh, that's the
The flat bread. The flat bread.
Arepa, it's almost like Southern hillbilly cornbread. A little different,
I don't know. I don't think so.
but it serves the same purpose.
Every region in Colombia makes a completely different arepa, guys. So, you have around 20 different arepas to try from. The one that we are going to have today comes from Boyacá, the region Boyacá, north of Bogota, about 6-7 hours from Bogota to the north. All right? It's a very small patty, this size, very small, that is made with corn and cheese. Right? And finally, if you want to have something to drink, like a beer or soft drink, let me know. Right?
Arepa, I like potato cake, but it's made in corn. Pretty tasty.
You want me to?
Barbecue.
We've only got one. If you ordered.
So the rodent is on the left and the veal is on the right in the picture.
Second item, we're going to have a sweet treat. Very popular in Colombia, which is called Obleas. Right, guys? And Obleas, my friends, is basically make your own wafer. Build your own wafer. You have your wafers here, and then you have all that sweet goodness that you can put in the middle. Now, let me tell you, the center of an oblea, the heart of an oblea, always starts with arequipe, or dulce de leche or caramel. And then you add any other flavor that you want, right? Let me tell you about the flavors. So arequipe, here is cream, regular milk cream. Next is blackberry. Next is cheese. I know. Brother, in Colombia, we put cheese on everything.
what did I say? It's like making love without kissing.
Yeah. That's an excellent point. Yes, sir. There in the corner, you have sprinkles, in the back, white chocolate, peanuts, and shredded coconut. Up here, you have the jams, so chocolate fudge, condensed milk, kiwi jam. And over here, you have dark chocolate and figs. Natural figs and syrup, right? Now, let me tell you, the number one combination, the most popular combination in Bogota, has always been arequipe and cheese, or caramel and cheese. That's the number one.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Not good.
The second most popular is arequipe, blackberry, and cream. That is actually my favorite.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it.
Blackberry and cream.
And the third most popular is arequipe, black chocolate, and peanuts. When you think about it, it's a Snickers bar. Right?
Yeah.
Or you build your oblea the way you like it. You put whatever you want in the oblea. Prices start at 4,000 pesos for 2 flavors, 6,000 for 2 flavors. And then you build up from there, right?
Okay, mine is Arequipa with mora and crema. So basically, it's caramel, blackberries, and a special cream. It's sweet like the Krispy Kreme donut, but a lot tastier. If you're concerned about again diabetes, well, maybe you should need this. And that's siete.
Aguardiente. Agua ardiente. Aguardiente.
Quanto?
Moonshine, 7,000.
Okay.
7,000 with this.
Excellent. Moonshine. Man, this is perfect for a hillbilly. A hillbilly like me. Yeah. Okay, I haven't had any. I know it looks like I'm under the influence after that last camera shot, but hey,
Hey, it's your
give me a
birthday,
minute.
man.
Oh, yeah. Cumpleaños. It is my birthday. It's going to get crazy. See, there's a little bit of tea going in there. It's not all alcohol.
That's it.
Maybe.
That's it.
Gracias. Oh, yeah. I ain't near my nose. I smell it.
It's taken us for 5 days. So,
Yeah, good stuff. Ooh. It's going to be a long night. I hope I can survive it. And you should come do this tour too. You'll have a good time.
Welcome to Colombia, guys. The first is going to be a shot of alcohol. The traditional liquor in Colombia, which is called aguardiente. All right? Shots for everybody?
Sí.
Por favor. Siete shots.
not for you.
Not for you?
That's okay. It's okay. I'll just pay for it.
You'll take care of it. Brave man.
I'll take it.
It's not quite
I think he'll fall asleep if he hasn't.
Yeah,
he needs
yeah.
to-
Good call. Good call.
I've never done shots even when I didn't drink.
Oh, all right. Hey guys, and for the last drinking our tour, we are going to have a cup of premium Colombian coffee. All right.
Ooh.
Now, why do I emphasize premium? Is because you gotta know that even though Colombia produces some of the best coffee in the world, not all the cafes are gonna give you the good stuff. All right. A lot of places around Colombia, Bogota, they will give you Nescafe from the can. When you want the good stuff, the premium stuff, you have to go to a specialty shop, like this place right here. All right.
But there's no sign outside to find it. You have
It's
to
because
know.
this is only for
Yep.
connoisseurs.
You have to come take the tour.
Or they have to come to my tour. That's it. And guys, this place is not just a cafe. This place is actually a barista school.
Oh, it's going on business.
The name of this place is Art and Passion Escuela de Baristas. Actually, you nailed it, man. 45. Starbucks. Starbucks coffee, yes, of course. 35 points.
I'll buy that.
Out of 100, from 0 to 100.
With 100 being the
There is nothing that is perfect, so there is not one coffee in the world that is 100. They have become close, like 97, 98, but so far not 100.
so the higher the number, the better.
Of course.
Yeah.
So the good
Starbucks is
coffee,
35.
premium coffee starts counting from 80 points and above. Nothing below that, all right?
Starbucks is 35. Okay, that's a
35. Yeah.
I
And I'm being
believe
generous.
that.
And I'm being extremely
so that's a
generous.
romance.
Even after leaving Ecuador, Starbucks coffee is like dirty hot waters. It doesn't taste like coffee anymore.
Burn.
Yeah.
Burn.
They leave them sitting there all stuff.
You know why they do that? You know why they do that? Because they give you cheap, ugly coffee and they try to hide the bad flavor, the burning grease. Exactly.
It's like a turn.
Oh, yeah.
It's awful.
The official Colombian shot now.
Yeah, the Fridays going to read it.
Hold your glasses out. And if you wouldn't mind, please repeat after me. All right? Arriba. Abajo.
Abajo.
Al centro.
Al centro.
Adentro.
Adentro. Oh, yeah. It's good stuff. Yeah. It's just like the yummy stuff my mom gave me, but she didn't want to drink it. Her friends gave it to her from Colombia. I sure enjoyed the bottle. One shot at a time, I savored it.
Filtered black the right way. Yes. So you can taste what a good coffee of Colombia is all about, right? We have two different profiles of coffee for you today. One that is very mild, very well balanced, acidity, sweetness, well balanced coffee, friendly coffee. And the next one is a little bit with more character, all right? This one right here went through a process that is known as controlled fermentation. which develops complex flavors like a good wine. All right?
Oh, I'm excited, man.
What we are going to do is pass the jars in order. You're all going to smell the 2 jars and choose the coffee that you like the most. So we can brew it for you. Right?
Yeah, both?
Yes, of course. You can.
Smell that one. How we're gonna eat the beans.
I just started 10 years. Haven't lost anything. When my father passed away,
So for you, sir, number 1 or number 2? Number
Both.
2. Both.
Both.
Both. All right. Very good.
I can't decide. I have to try both of them. I'm sure my friend Nancy at Caps,
All right.
like Catesville Deli, would really love this. She has good taste in coffee. She should come and check out Colombia
You
too.
should come and check out Colombia if you like good coffee. So we're going to start our coffee preparation, all right? We have 2 different methods on the table because we have 2 different profiles of coffee. All right, guys? Because keep in mind that every method will contribute in its own way to the flavor of the coffee. So for example, the same method, the same coffee prepared here is not going to taste the same as prepared here. Same coffee. Just by changing the method to change the flavor. Now, for the coffee number 1, we have a Chemex.
So what sort of method are we cooking up?
So it's a dripper cone or it's known Chemex. Coffee number 1 and then coffee number 2 right here. Siphon. All right?
So do you get trained here?
I am a certified barista from
I
this
was
school.
gonna say, I was like, why is she letting you do all of that? You must know what you're doing.
That's why they allow me to play with
I was gonna
this.
say, I was like, okay, coffee. I was like, do you even know what you're doing?
I went to school here.
Awesome.
Certified barista level number 2.
oh really?
Yeah, from this school.
Talented
Oh,
man.
he's doing it all right.
Thank you. So I'm gonna do everything for you guys.
Oh, awesome.
But just 1 second, I think this
Thank you, Hector.
scale. Hey, my pleasure. I ran out of batteries. I come back. Come on. Yeah. All right. So guys, when you're filtering coffee, the first step, the very important step, is called the pre-infusion. All right. Some countries call it the blooming of the coffee. What the pre-infusion does is allow the coffee molecules to expand, so they release aromas and flavors in preparation for the water to come. All right. How do you do the pre-infusion? Very easy. You need to know how much coffee you have. In this case, we have 23 grams. 16. And then you'll know how much water you need. The 68 in this case. And how do you do the pre-infusion? Very, very easy. You just add bits of water on top. You make sure that the whole surface is wet. And then you let it sit there for 35 to 45 seconds. After this time, you pour the rest of the water on top. All right? That will ensure that you acquire all the aromas and all the flavors of the coffee.
Instead of burning.
Instead of only under extracting it, you know? So everything that your coffee is going to give is going to give it to you.
That's where North America's going wrong. They just straight away pour water.
Press a button, put the cup there. I know. So guys,
Was that cold water?
no, hot water.
But just a little.
Pre-boiling point, right before boiling. So now in the method number 2, for the siphon,
Growlers?
we're gonna have, now that some water in the second chamber, we add the coffee grounds. And then we just let it.
Yeah, pretty quickly.
Yeah. Now, here, after the pre-infusion is done, you proceed to add the rest of the water on top, slowly, at a circular motion, and at a very low height. I don't know if you noticed, but the spout of my kettle is almost touching the rim. That is very important, because if I raise the kettle, even a few fingers, the drop of the water is going to create turbulence, and the turbulence changes the flavor of the coffee. You should always avoid turbulence when pouring the water. Now, can anybody tell me what is coffee from originally?
Arabia?
Right.
Nope.
Somewhere.
No, that's a common misconception. Africa.
Ah,
Where in Africa? Ethiopia. The first coffee plants were found in Ethiopia in the year 400 before Christ.
Did it involve goats?
Yeah, very good. Yes, it involved goats.
Did was
Yes, Kaldi was a goat herder. that he was herding his goats, and he realized at some point that the goats were eating these cherries, and after eating the cherries, they were becoming hyperactive. So he realized that something was going on with those cherries. So he brought the cherries from the bush. He brought it into the townspeople, yes, and the priests in the town. They said, no, that has to be witchcraft.
The devil.
How a plant can affect a goat like that, and they throw it on the fire to get rid of it. And with the fire, it roasted, and that's where coffee comes from. Yeah.
Oh, it's goats eating cherries became hyperactive.
Yes. The goats became hyperactive.
Threw the stuff on the
So I
fire.
said, no, that's witchcraft. Throw it on the fire to destroy it, and they roast it, and that's what the coffee aroma in the first coffee cup in Ethiopia. Kaldi. Kaldi with K was the goat herder.
Does it coffee to grow coffee beans? Does it just need to be a hot time?
Depending on what type of coffee, on which species. Remember that there are there are two in the world, Robusta and Arabica. So if you're talking about Robusta, you can plant it anywhere, at sea level, where it's very hot. Arabica coffee requires altitude and cold weather.
And Colombia is entirely Arabian, isn't it?
Colombia is 100% Arabica. We don't produce Robusta, we don't do blends. We specialize in Arabica. And there are two very different types of coffee, guys. In flavor, in volume at harvest, in the climate that they need.
She loves coffee and food.
Your wife?
Yeah, she loves coffee and food.
You should bring her some.
I will.
Yeah, how do you even clean this? I mean,
What is in here?
Like stuffy brushes.
that's so much work.
Good. So we're gonna start with coffee number 2, right?
So the siphon or vacuum, is it pressure that leaves the
Exactly. That's what you put fire, a heat source at the bottom. High temperature creates pressure, forces the water up,
It goes up.
mix it with the coffee, and then when it's ready, it drops down again.
That looks easy enough to clean. It's my email.
Now, one thing that you should always keep in mind is also the color of your coffee grounds. Look at it. It's not black.
Not like
Because good coffee should never be black.
good coffee should never.
Good coffee should never be black because when a coffee is black, it's because they burn that coffee in the roasting process.
That's where we're going wrong.
Yeah. You shouldn't drink that. You shouldn't drink that. It's actually bad for you. And the final thing that I'm going to share with you is the temperature of the cup. Do me a favor, touch it.
Warmer?
It's not cold, it's warm. It's because you should never pour your coffee on a cold cup because the thermal shock oxidizes the coffee and changes the flavor of it.
That's how most
I learned that in Guatemala.
Yeah.
I think most stuff has been on that.
Yeah, now we know good cafes.
Actually, everything that your coffee is going to touch should be preheated with hot water.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
That aroma.
I'm getting excited about it.
There's no residue in it.
Oh, that smells so good.
Yeah. Coffee number 2, you.
Yep.
Coffee number 2. One is for you. Coffee number 2, one is for you guys. Please pass that along. And the other is for you. Coffee.
Smells really good.
Yeah.
Complex.
The aroma in that coffee is really good.
So, as far as the preparation,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nancy, you would really like
Yes.
this.
certain ones.
You should come to Colombia.
Yes.
Get some real coffee.
So,
Since every method contributes
Yeah.
in some way to the flavor of the coffee, certain methods go best with certain coffees. Of course, you can prepare your coffee in any method that you want. It's your coffee. But for a mild, fruity, friendly coffee, you use a Chemex.
okay.
For more body, more
Very,
character.
very nice.
Delicious.
I'm proud of
It's fruity.
Yes. Red berries, some dark chocolate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Coffee number one. Coffee number one. Well, number one was down.
You know what they do in Canada? They call it a
Smells
double.
good.
Two cream.
Here's coffee number one. I know it sounds like we're backwards, but two, and now we're doing.
The other number one was for you. The other two.
Two. Thank you.
This is number one.
Try everything.
It smells more like the coffee that I'm accustomed in the States because I make mine the same way with a drip or poured it through a funnel.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I'm definitely gonna brew my
Ooh,
coffee.
this is super mellow and easy to drink.
Too, that like the health wise, if it's really dark, like if it's black coffee, and the strength basically the burn is probably higher, then it's
Antioxidants and premium coffee is always medium roast. It's never dark roast.
okay. So buy a medium roast.
I like it.
But make sure it's good coffee.
So apparently my friends at Wildflower know something.
What's the way to tell if it's good coffee? If you're looking at labels in
feel like
US or in
Of course.
UK, how do you know?
Of course. How do you know? Excellent question. Good coffee has to be single origin. It means that you can trace that coffee all the way to the farmer that planted the plant in the ground. The name of the farmer is written in the bag. The name of the farm, the region in Colombia where that farm is written in the bag. The altitude in which the plant grew is written in the bag.
So basically more information on the bag than if it's single.
Like a good champagne.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's Hector, my wonderful guide today.
Hey guys, good to meet you. Come to Colombia, come and see for yourself. Colombia is no longer what it used to be. So welcome to one of the happiest countries in the world.
And I'll give you some links down in the description so you can find Hector and do this tour yourself.